There's something that all MSPs do because it quickly solves a problem for a client. But it's a disaster if your client watches you do it. It can completely change their relationship with you and actually make it 1,000 times harder for you to sell them more strategic services in the future. So what is this thing? You're going to laugh when I tell you, because it's something so simple, yet it is so dangerous. And I promise you that by eradicating it, you're going to make more profit from your existing clients. I subscribe to hundreds of different email newsletters. Anywhere I can see value in learning from someone, well, I'm happy to be on their list. And I dedicate just a little bit of time each day to reading email newsletters that top up my brain. Now, recently, I got an email from a guy who actually writes good advice about productivity for high achievers. But I did a massive double take when I saw this in his email. So let me read it to you. It said, "Hey, Paul, you've probably heard the hype. Wake up at 4 a.m. and you'll dominate the day, crush your goals, and unlock next level productivity, right? Well, let me tell you what actually matters." This is what he's writing in his email. He says, "I've been waking up at 5 a.m. since 2013 and recently shifted to 4 a.m. when I started driving for Uber in March of this year. And here's the truth. It's not about the clock. It's about what you do with the time once you're up." So that's the end of his email. Now, that's actually really good advice, but just listen to this line once more. "I recently shifted to 4 a.m. when I started driving for Uber in March of this year." So please don't think that I'm criticizing this guy, and I'm certainly not criticizing driving for Uber. That's not my intention at all. You do what you need to do to survive, right? But this guy, in all of his marketing on his website, he's positioning himself as someone who offers productivity consulting for high achievers. And high achievers do not value advice from someone who gets up at 4 in the morning to drive an Uber. This is a massive disconnect between audience and message. And it's no different for MSPs who visit a client site and get their knees dirty plugging in cables under desks, or they answer the help desk phone for a password reset. Again, this is not a criticism, it's just an observation. If a client sees you on the floor plugging in cables or talks to you regularly for low-level tasks, frankly, they're very unlikely to ever hire you for strategic technology advice. You and I know that you can do both levels to a very high standard, but the clients don't. You'll make more money and keep clients longer by positioning yourself at a strategic level than you will by being positioned as doing work that anyone can do. So here's a question for you. If you don't have the resources to hire someone else to do this work for you right now, what can you do to hide the fact that you still do it yourself?
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.